Still have sexual intercourse with you.
Yeah.
This whole relationship is a big red flag. We all know that these type of videos are kinda silly, but there's always a wisdom to be extracted from them. Besides, we gotta have some fun from time to time. Life is about balance.
What went through your mind when you found out we were pregnant?
Immediately, I was like, we're getting an abortion.
From the get-go, when a dude says we are pregnant, that means that he is not the leader in the relationship. No man gets pregnant, a woman gets pregnant, she's awaiting a baby. You are not pregnant. Your duties come after the baby is born.
Who are you two, and how do you know each other?
I'm Nicolette.
I'm David, and we're partners.
Have you had an abortion?
Yeah, we've had 2 actually.
You guys have kids?
Yep.
Yeah.
How old are they?
8 and 2.
Are you ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, I am not getting good vibes from this. If I'm being judgmental, to me it sounds like a train wreck. Already multiple abortions and 2 babies afterwards. Something tells me that there's a lot of compromising going on between them two. Where she's accepting the reality, which wasn't the way that she imagined for herself, and he's going along the things just because he's complacent and is happy to be where he's at.
When you started dating me, could you see us one day having kids?
I have to say yes because we got pregnant so quickly.
Yeah, we got pregnant for the first time when I was like 4 months after dating.
Yeah.
I was not using birth control. It didn't work with my body. I've tried so many kinds. And then I think I asked you oh, do you want to use a condom? And then of course you said no.
Yeah.
So now I have an ovulation calendar.
Okay, dudes, let's talk about contraceptions. Women have a lot of them. You only have 2, whereas one of them is most secure. The first one is being very unreliable. It's the infamous withdrawal method. The second one is the helmet that you put on yourself before going into the battle. So, if you want to prevent unwanted pregnancy, if you want to prevent being responsible for someone 18 years at minimum without your approval or wish or want, then you have to take the charge, the lead of protecting yourself and your legacy. You shouldn't blame on others whether she is not using or using, not being careful enough. It's not your job nor your responsibility to control what she's doing. Your responsibility is controlling your own actions. Clearly she's very frivolous with her body and very optimistic about the outcome, not taking the responsibility, not trying to imagine the catastrophe it may bring with it. I mean her actions, being very hippie about it. And the dude doesn't seem to have the power, the will to control the narrative of the situation that is going on between them two. His place is on the passenger seat.
And we'll choose specific sex on ovulation windows. Other than vaginal sex.
Why haven't you tried any other kind of birth control?
Because I'd like him to just get fixed.
Yeah, I want to get a vasectomy because I know it doesn't have as much of an impact on my body as birth control does on hers.
Why don't you shake on it right now, put a time to it, say you're getting a vasectomy
Yes.
before the next year.
Oh, wait.
Right?
So let me ask you, whose idea was to get the vasectomy? Bingo! Her idea. And he's just justifying, trying to convince himself that it's the best decision that he can make. Vasectomies may work, may not work, may bring complications with themselves, and maybe he's not with her 1, 2, 3 years down the line. What happens next? And those who think that vasectomy is reversible, yeah, in some cases and in some cases not. You have to always consider that just because in theory it says one thing doesn't mean that reality goes along with that theory. The surgeon who is doing your vasectomy might snip something else. Why should you lay down under a knife, giving away the control over your body to somebody else? Always work with your health proactively. This is why you take care of your body before catastrophes happen.
Who's the most responsible for the unexpected pregnancy?
You are. The literal cum comes from
I know, but
it's your responsibility to do something with it.
But I think what needs to be said is whenever there's a time that I ejaculate inside of her, it's because she's told me to.
Because I'm
During sex.
dickmatized. I'm yeah, come inside me.
Yeah.
But then afterwards I'm you know what I mean.
I've followed directions to the T.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, this is a train wreck. You have to remember, there's always a plausible deniability in a woman's weaponry. This is how it is. Women are more in tune with their emotions, and they act according to what they feel in the moment. Most of the time, of course, they can retrain themselves to be always logical, always rational. But that is not why we love them. We love them for their emotionality, right? That's why it's not a bug, it's a feature. And you as a man have to be cognizant of that and act accordingly to be a rational leader, because this guy is not one of them. He's just going along, being the submissive in the relationship and then trying to put his responsibilities over her. I want you to understand that they are together because they don't have other options. If it would be for her, she would choose another dude. She ended up with him, so she is accepting her reality. And the dude didn't have any options to begin with, so he took the best thing that crossed his path. Seems like a pushover, a nice guy, a man who is just happy to have someone.
Who wanted to have the abortion more?
I would have to say you.
Yeah.
I think we were in like a really rocky place at that time.
I think if we were together and things were good, I would have kept it for sure.
She wanted the abortions because she recognized from the beginning that this dude is not the top of the top. He's not the creme de la creme of the society, not the most desirable out there. But as time progressed and she recognized that she cannot get anything else, she settled. She settled for a sperm donor.
But because it was such a hard season, I was like, fuck no.
Yeah.
I like hated him last year.
Yeah. I gave her a lot of reasons to hate
Don't
me.
skate around it, just name it.
Yeah, I was, like doing things
Talking to your ex,
talking to my ex,
sending a little bit of money,
sending a couple dollars,
deleting calls,
deleting
lying
messages,
about it.
Yep, all that good stuff.
Okay.
And that's why I feel so fortunate to still be able to still have sexual intercourse with you.
Yeah.
This whole relationship is a big red flag. I mean, not only she doesn't see him as valuable as she wanted someone in her life to be, but also she accepts his wrongdoings, chatting with his ex-girlfriends and sending them money. I mean, he didn't have any authority in this relationship. And after doing those wrongdoings, she's still keeping him. That tells a lot about her and as well as about him. I mean, birds of a feather flock together. They seem to be each other's last hope.
What's something you wish I did differently in bed? How can I improve?
I have no really wants. She satisfies me very well in the bed. Sex drive.
It's the only reason we're still working things out.
Yeah.
Is because we can't stop having sex with each other.
And that's like our saving grace.
Yeah.
So basically their relationship is built up on sex. There's no responsibility, there's no planning, there's no how should we build something stable and more meaningful where we both can grow and become better people.
When we were first dating, how often did we have sex and how often do we have it now?
Ugh, like all the time. He would come home for lunch just to get his dick sucked.
Yeah.
And it was like a regular, that was our lunchtime routine. We are not there as much now, but I would say we have sex probably
2 to 3 times a week at least.
at least, yeah.
2 or 3 times a week. I mean, they have kids now, so they have other responsibilities than having their itches scratched. I hope. So that teenage horniness is long gone. I mean, yeah, they had a lot of sex and that's why they kept together. But it doesn't seem that there's something else that can keep those two on some common stable ground.
What went through your mind when you found out we were pregnant?
Immediately, I was like, we're getting an abortion.
I definitely felt okay either way.
So if I said I wanted to keep it, you would have had a third?
Yeah.
A part of me wanted to, but financially and just where our relationship was at, that would have been really selfish to do.
So you see, they don't even have any future plans, they don't have stable income, and they seem to live very much in the moment, which is fine and dandy if you have some ambitions in life, but yeah, you understand where I'm going with this.
Was there any part of the abortion process we've never discussed?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they're bad people, but there's a lot of things that they have to take care of before building a family. They have a lot of issues. This dude seems to genuinely care about her and their situation, but the way he's going about it is not the best one, is not the most productive, nor is most responsible. They shouldn't just produce a lot of babies. They should become stable in themselves, both mentally and financially and physically, before bringing up life to this world.
If we got pregnant now, would you want to keep it?
I think if we were continuing to get to a better place, then of course in an ideal world, I would love to grow our family.
Yeah, me too.
I think I got one more in me and then you have to shake on the vasectomy.
Okay. I can make that.
Also, I would like to mention that just because they started off bad doesn't mean that they cannot work themselves up. If they grow, if they become mature and take more responsibility and have more structure in their lives, they can become quite alright. But as of now, it seems like it was very shaky, a big red flag from the beginning. More similar videos for you to watch. What do you think about this situation? What would you do to prevent it? Tell me in the comment section. But for now, Hossein, out.